You know what time it is. Thunder, bring her through the ring. It's time for Thunderbringer. Yes, I have stars all over my face. I'm trying these patches that I've seen all over. It's probably less alarming than the massive ones I usually have, but figured I'd try small ones. So yeah, sorry if they're distracting. I had a breakout. What do you want from me? So we have 5 Thunderbringers. You guys know how much I love this song, so how excited I am. We have HAH Studios, so they're new to me. We have Ani Tigerfly. Did I see you in Scylla? Is that where I saw you? Yes, from Scylla. We have Duvet Box. We have Neal Illustrator, and we have Ani Flama. So at least one new person to me, HAH Studios. And you're on deck first. Be very excited. I'm so ready. Oh my god, I'm so ready. Now, technically in my list, Neal Illustrators before Ani Flama, but given how my reactions to Neal stuff end up being hella fucking long, I'm going to swap that order. So it'll be HAH Studios, Ani Tigerfly, Duvet Box, Ani Flama, and then Neal Illustrator. And if that ends up being so goddamn long, like, compared to others, it will end up as its own video, but we shall see. So, HAH Studios, we immediately have a content warning for animal death. I guess probably the cows. Shaky cam, blood, and suggestive themes. This is an extremely suggestive song. Like, the lyrics lean into Zeus as essentially a great seducer. Shaky cam, blood, makes sense. Animal death, that's gotta be the cows. The cows that we were not supposed to touch. Interesting. I'm ready. Let's go. So we're ending. Oh, that's neat. Your boy cow. Is Odie tied to the mast? Nice nod to the sirens.
Captain?
Shaky. Oh.
We need to get away from this island now. Grab an arm.
I love the sun god statue now just basically being like Eye of Sauron, but suddenly giving it arms. That's interesting.
Who do you think you'll send?
But using the end of a mutiny to lead us into Thunderbringer. I'll see the shaky cam. It's funny the vibration. It's not too bad, actually. I've seen some shaky cam that literally gives me a headache and makes me feel sick. Looks like an animal paw. We lean into him looking like an eagle or something? No, that's a hand. Oh, it was a hand. Okay, I'm nuts. Ignore me. Pulling them up.
Pride is a damsel in distress, hiding away where only I can undress her.
Zeus appearing as a lady?
She cannot to confess.
You did not.
In the end,
I see you.
it's all the same once I
Oh.
apply all the pressure. Thunder, bring her through the ringer. Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Lightning wielder.
You're really Kiss doing all the work.
Show her what she can't conceal.
Interesting. There was a red dot on Odysseus' eye, almost like it was meant to be the pupil, but then it looked like the pupil was also still there, so I'm not sure what that was supposed to be exactly. This is very interesting. I kind of like how we're having Zeus be very shape-shifty, and we don't really get a good sense of what he looks like, which is very interesting. I mean, again, one, they would never see Zeus in his full primordial, like, divine form. He would take a disguise of some kind to see them. But I wonder if that's a nod to that, but how, like, we never really see his face proper. He's got these bright yellow eyes and all of that. Ooh, very interesting. And he's taken this disguise of a woman, specifically. I don't know who specifically he's supposed to be. I wonder if it's supposed to be Penelope, like, just kind of for shits and giggles. But it's interesting.
Since hunger was far too great, I wonder who'd take the weight of the damned and suffer a gruesome fate. To the thunder bringer here to
What?
until your death.
Now I don't know what he's supposed to be.
Spear you while your death is near. Lightning wielder.
Single-eyed horse demon thing?
Time for you have passed your prime.
Is that supposed to be
So fly you for your act of crime.
Sorry, I'm sounding very confused because it does look like we're having Zeus shapeshift a lot into different people and things. So that's why I'm like, I'm not entirely sure who he's supposed to be. Now, I'm also new to this artist, so I don't know their designs for other characters. First, I was like, what is this one-eyed horse demon thing? Was that supposed to be Polyphemus? And then it looked like for a second, like the woman who came back, and then maybe that was Scylla. And now it looks like we're obviously supposed to be Polites because I see a dude with glasses, and that's always Polites. So that would make me wonder if the woman before, is that Circe or is it Penelope? I think it would make more sense if it was probably Penelope, but if we're leaning on the idea that he's showing him monsters he's encountered along the way, would that then mean that has to be Circe? I don't know. So sorry, I'm ending up like super confused, and part of that is just the fact I've never seen this artist before, so like I don't know who their character designs are.
Choose. Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew.
Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a light? When does a man
Okay, so maybe that was Circe? Because this is Penelope in the clouds.
Captain?
I have to see her.
But we'll die.
I love how gaunt we're making Eurylochus look.
Thundering
Suddenly a cow. Oh, he's the cow.
show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall.
Oh, making him think of his wife, Hemini, Odysseus' sister.
Show her what she can't conceive.
Okay, now we're leaning into the eagle imagery.
Be revealed.
Yeah. It is so funny how Epic tried to make Odysseus so much more of like a basic romantic hero archetype, because it's just like, yeah, they die because of their own actions and also because Odysseus fucking narcs them out in the Odyssey. Like, he's the one who draws attention to it. Not like they likely wouldn't have found out, but that is admittedly funny to me. Very interesting. The shape-shifting of Zeus was super interesting. That's something I never would have thought. I figured he would show up. If you're, gonna make him mysterious, maybe you'd have him hidden kind of among the clouds or in the lightning strikes. You only see like silhouettes and such. Interesting choice to have him constantly changing shape. And again, I like the look of Eurylochus being really gaunt. I mean, he looks like he's starving. There's a desperation that's seen in that. And Odysseus' trauma at the end. Very well done. Very well done. Okay, now we have Ani Tigerfly, which also has warnings, 18 plus, a bit. Figure, so spiciness. Flash warning, gore. There's a bit of gore, there's some blood. And then Zeus. With the :3 smile. That's funny. I mean, I would just put, you say 18 plus and I just go, oh, well, it's Zeus. I love that Zeus is a warning. Flash warning, probably for the lightning. Gore and blood. I'm now very curious. All right, let me see the Zeus design. Ooh. Oh, that is a mustache and beard. Oh, and Helios beside him. I love that, actually. Hephaestus. Oh, this is cool as shit, Ani! Oh, there's the blood and gore. Okay, I'm sorry, like, yeah. I was gonna say, I love that opening. I love opening, we see Zeus. I mean, first off, amazing beard. amazing beard and the hair, and it's flowing like clouds. Helios, at first I was like, no, that can't be Zeus with the kind of sun crown of sorts. I'm like, oh, that's Helios. Of course he's there. He's the one who was like, Zeus, fucking avenge my cows. I mean, again, in the Odyssey, he threatens. I mean, he doesn't need to threaten because it was going to happen anyway. But he basically says, I will take the sun down to the underworld and it will never come back. Basically, I will stick it where the sun don't shine. Like, you better avenge me. And Zeus is like, bro, whoa, pump the hate brakes. I'm on it. And having Hephaestus forge the thunderbolts. Now, Hephaestus does work to help forge the thunderbolts, but the original forgers of Zeus's thunderbolt were the first three Cyclopes, who are children of Gaia and Uranus. So essentially like Zeus's uncles of sorts. And they are generally said to be the ones who still kind of forge the thunderbolts, but the idea that Hephaestus would also forge the thunderbolt, totally in line. I mean, he essentially works with those three original Cyclopes, and they work in his forges, and his forges are often said to be kind of in like volcanoes and other places, you know, trying to explain what are these volcanoes. The forges of Hephaestus. So I loved it. I love that opening, and I love the lighting of it. I just think it really, I mean, that moment when Zeus stood up and we're seeing his back and the lightning like crackled up and around his outline, that was tasty. It's so tasty to me. Sorry, I'm not over the tastiness of it. And here's a whole bunch of bedraggled humans who are about to get so fucked. They're about to get thunder fucked.
I feel like I should apologize for that.
Oh, blood on me.
Pride is a damsel in distress.
Ooh!
Hiding away where only I can undress her.
Excuse me.
Trial she cannot to confess.
Ani, you said 18 plus. I really think a bit 18 plus. Girl, I know it's a cloud woman, but I'm saying girl, you could be a guy. I'm so sorry if I am misgendering you because I don't know your pronouns. My dude, because for me, dude is gender neutral. My dude, you have him fingering a cloud. That's not even subtle, my dude. What do you mean a bit 18 plus? I mean, it makes sense, it's Zeus. And the idea that he's, you know, leaning into the suggestion of creating a cloud woman, I love. But I was initially going to talk about how I loved, he comes down and then we flip the, you know, it's like flipping the world upside down. He's in charge. It's really cool cinematic storytelling. And again, I love the look of this Zeus. Great hair. Great, literally the beard. I'm not over the beard. It's so good. And he is pretty ripped. Man as well he's very cut. And he just feels so much more powerful than most guys. The way he just comes out like, and you're like, oh, y'all are fucked. But then I got distracted by the 18 plus content because I really look, it's YouTube. I don't know what the rules are on YouTube. I just kind of always assumed there was a sort of hard line nobody could cross in certain places. I'm figuring out that apparently I don't know shit about what does or doesn't constitute okay on YouTube. Because damn, Ani.
In the end, it's all the same once I apply.
Don't massage like that.
Pressure, thunder,
Yes, the timing on that strike. Ego.
show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Lightning wielder.
Love the giant eagle.
Yield her, show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed. Tell me.
Love that. Really visually making sure we know that the show her what she can't conceal because true nature will be revealed. Now, while he has personified pride as a woman in this case, it is in fact Odysseus who he's talking about. He's like, pride is one of your greatest flaws, which, I mean, it makes sense. Again, pride, hubris, ego. So many of the Greek heroes just put hubris under the list of qualities that they have. It's most of them. It was kind of part of the whole thing of being a Greek hero is you had to have an element of pride. And that's what's so interesting about it is that pride is both encouraged and frowned upon because pride is a fine thing when you back it up and you behave as a hero does. But excessive pride, hubris, that's where you're over the line and that's where you're gonna suffer for that hubris, right? And the thing of Odysseus, his hubris While his hubris is certainly on display with the Polyphemus incident specifically, a lot more of his hubris can be seen in this idea that I am going to only focus on what I need, which is I want to get home as fast as possible. Now I'm talking strictly the Odyssey here. After, we come out of the underworld and he's now a hero whose Kleos is tied to his Nostos, and it's all about get home. Like, get home fast. Like I said, the next chapter after the underworld is an absolute speed run of events because it's showing you how focused he is on getting home, how there is no distractions for what he wants. And it is, we go through. We go back to Circe, we bury Elpenor, we do all that shit. We then leave Circe's island again. We hit the sirens, we roll up, there are clashing rocks, and there are Scylla and Charybdis, and then we go through, and he wants to keep going. But at that point, his men are fucking exhausted, because it's been made pretty clear that from the sirens to Scylla and Charybdis is a really short window of time. They have not rested. They have not slept. They have not stopped. And they're seeing a whole island in front of them, this being Helios' island. And night is falling, and they are exhausted. They're worn out. They've just gone through basically 3 massive terrors in a row. They're at the end of their rope. Odysseus is like, no, we keep going. And it's not until it's pretty clear to him they are going to mutiny that he says, okay, but don't touch anything. His hubris is in thinking he can avoid the fate that's coming, where he knows he shouldn't stop here, but he does anyway. And he has no way to talk to his men in order to convince them otherwise, because part of the thing is he sort of does need to get a little better at talking. He can talk when he's in control, but when he's out of control, he sometimes has difficulty in managing the situation, which is something we then see he is better at when he gets to, say, the Isle of the Phaeacians, and he's in a position there where he needs to essentially mind his words. Because while the Phaeacians have said they could help him, he's encountered too many times how it can all get flipped on its head. Now, of course, he really doesn't have to worry about it with the Phaeacians, but he becomes a man who is not just known for his metis, his craft, and his thinking, but also for his talking. And he's going to spin several tales even after that when he's doing his massive undercover mission, aka the Trojan Horse 2.0, sneaking back into his own palace, pretending he's an old beggar dude from Crete. And he literally spins like 3 different narratives off the top of his head over who he is. He's a guy who gets known also for his talking. So, just wanted to say, I liked that bit of animation where it's really showing you very, blatantly that we're talking about Odysseus. As much as we are personifying pride, we're talking about Odysseus. Zeus is looking at him going, oh God, you're so cute, pumpkin.
Odysseus, if I were to make you choose the lives of your
And again, I think I'd said this before in the last Ani Tigerfly video I watched. I love the sketchiness of their style. Like, lots of brush strokes in the line work, and I love it. Yes, and Eurylochus had hair! He had, like, the flat top. I love it. Ooh. Yes! That's a thing. A lightning strike on fabric, that could ignite. That'd be a problem. You lose your sail, you're in a lot of trouble, because then you are purely dependent upon the power of rowing, and we know they've been sick, they've been starving, they are not prepared to sail their way through. I mean, they're already fucked, it doesn't matter, but ooh, I like that we're destroying the ship in this way. Great choice, Annie. And again, that look for Hephaestus. It looks like he's almost got a monocle, and I kind of like it. I don't know why, and he's kept predominantly in shadow. Like, we're not getting a lot of very specific features on him, which I also kind of like, so that most of the lighting is coming from the forward. He's kind of underlit in a lot of ways, but even still, his features are left super vague. But that idea of, it makes me think of craftsmen that I've seen, especially when, like, people who look at, like, watches or really small, delicate things, they will put on, essentially, glasses that will magnify shit. In this case, this could be almost like that. Which, is it period accurate? No, likely, no. But kind of, but they're gods. Like, I can, as I say, period accuracy in terms of, like, the glasses, which I've been on about a lot. When it's on a character who's a god, I can sort of be like, I guess they're gods. I mean, if you want to do, like, run it along the lines of, say, Disney's Aladdin, where you have the genie. The genie, who's entirely anachronistic, he exists outside of time and space, so he's pulling from, you know, present, future, past, like all over the place, but you're like, he's a genie. He's again, existing outside of time and space in a way. So I can get why people would do that with the gods. It's when they do it with the immortal characters, I'm like, I don't know. It's just a weird, again, we know the anachronistic glass is just like the weirdest little pet peeve that I can't explain to people. And it's like, it doesn't really bother me. I'm just always getting narc on it because I can, but it's all in this sort of just like, glasses. Try to put it out. Why, I mean, you're all doomed at this point. Ooh, nice. Ooh, the transitions. Playing with them. He does have an eyeglass on. Oh, you're so fucked. I know, Peck agrees. Oh, she's got a ball. Probably you're back in the back. She's playing. Zeus's Thunderbolt. The most powerful weapon in Greek mythology. Like, other gods feared the Thunderbolt. I think it might be in the Iliad where he's trying to get the gods to stop bickering with each other, where he just kind of moves to touch his Thunderbolt and everybody shuts the fuck up. He is truly the most powerful god, point blank period. All the other Olympians combined could not take him down. Trust me, they tried. So. You having fun? Yeah? You got your ball? Yeah? Good job. Where was I? Oh yeah, Zeus' Thunderbolt. Like, the most powerful weapon in mythology. Like, him holding that down over you, it would scare you're dead. Scare the shit out of you, you're dead. Like, that'd be it. I would just be like, I might as well kill myself first. Like, bye, I'm out of here. I love that shot. Some great shots, great motion transitions going on here, where we essentially take moving objects and use them to shoot through and into different spaces. Oh, so good.
Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew.
Oh, I love the blinked transition.
Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
Oh. Interesting. I saw there's yellow and white, and I'm not entirely sure what that is. I wanted to wonder first, does he have a wound there? But that wouldn't make sense for it to be yellow like gold when we've seen red used for blood. Like, If Ani yourself happens to somehow arrive here, riddle me that, what was that? Or was that supposed to be maybe a reflection of the lightning bolt? I'm not sure what it is, and I'm like super curious, or if somebody knows, he can tell me. Continuing, anyway, this is so good. Love the light. The lighting there is so nice. It's room lighting, it's really nice. Oh, the image of Penelope. Beautiful. Whoa. Wow. That's dark as shit, Ani. Amazing.
I have to see her.
The reflection on the hair because of water.
I know.
Ooh, look at them eyes. Eagle, love it. Look at this motion, it's so dynamic. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, what is this on his arm? Because now it's still there. It's yellow. That's why I'm curious. Ooh, that's dark as shit. Frozen in that look of fear. Oof. Yike. Damn, that's dark as shit, Ani. Damn. Okay, I gotta say, look, I liked your Scylla. Your Scylla was good. I really love your Thunderbringer. That Thunderbringer is fantastic. Like some of the really dark imagery, the way that you move around the space. Again, these motion transitions, just the motion in general. Like some of these have must have pretty good amount of frames going on. The look for Zeus, phenomenal. Top tier, A+, love it. The look for Hephaestus, top tier, A+, love it. Love the look for Helios. Did not think I'd get to see Helios, so love that I do get to see Helios. And that all of them have fabulous facial hair, as they should. That last shot, that dude just like arched, like, you know how you like bow back? Just like fully bowed back, mouth open, an eternal scream. That's an image and a half, and I really love it, actually. Like, again,
I as weird as it may sound, I like it when you kind of lean into when you or any of these other animators kind of lean into some of that imagery that is a little darker. And it's not just done for shock. It's just like, this was an extremely brutal world. Death was common, you know, and death came from all sorts of places, and death isn't pretty. Like, there's nothing beautiful about it. And I've said I think it's in book club, and I don't know if I mentioned it here in any of these videos, that so much of the Iliad is showing you war, it's showing you man at their worst, and then the Odyssey, so much of that is the fallout of the War of Troy, especially the effect it had upon, you know, the people who were involved, whether it be veterans who make it back home alive. Obviously, there are the veterans who died at Troy, but also their family back at home. So grief and trauma and that kind of horror, the effect of war, permeates the Odyssey. I mean, and that's from the jump. First 4 books are the Telemachia set you out for it. It's part of why going to meet Nestor and Helen Menelaus, like, he's meeting people who were intimately involved in the war at Troy, who were at Troy. And so he's getting a better understanding of why just hearing about Odysseus and the War of Troy would set his mother to weeping. Telemachus starts to learn. It's part of his arc of maturation, but it's also showing you this is what war does. At the end of the day, it just destroys everyone in some way. Like, it takes a part of everyone who plays a role, even if they're just the family that got left behind. And in a way, you know, if you believe Homer was a real person or not, like, whoever composed the Odyssey, I sort of just say Homer because that's the name we've attributed to it. It just makes it easier. Homer, you know, wrote down, composed, I think, 2 of the earliest anti-war pieces, because while, yes, you're getting this glory and this Kleos and all that, it's kind of pointless at the end of the day, especially when you look at these pieces and the, you know, kind of academic theory and thought that this is trying to grapple with the ending of the heroic age, which is the ending of the Bronze Age. Like, it all collapsed after that. So, like, what was it for? Ultimately, what did it do? It just killed a lot of people at the end of the day. So it's very interesting to think about it that way. So again, leaning that into why that kind of imagery and showing this kind of the brutal reality, not to shock, but just be like, this is shit he had to look at. And imagine he was at war for 10 years. He was looking at that every day for 10 years. And he grew up a hero. So, you know, he would have fought. He would have experienced death and all of these things. But, you know, it's just good imagery. And that kind of brutality shouldn't be shied away from. And I mean, and frankly, again, one of my issues with the way Odysseus is done in Epic is we really try to soften his edges and make him this kind of romantic hero. And I'm like, he's not the romantic hero. The romantic hero is an archetype that really gets born out of many, many centuries later, from even when Homer's writing. I mean, maybe not even centuries, a couple of millennia later. Like, the idea of the romantic hero starts hitting you in probably the 18th century, I want to say. I could be wrong. Someone can fact check me. But that's where I see it start really coming up. I mean, the romanticism as a genre, if you will, as a movement starts coming up. It's reacting to the Enlightenment and all of that. So he doesn't really fit that when you look at his story. Now, again, all of my issues with a lot of that kind of aside, any of these animators who take the time to be like, yeah, this world was brutal and it was grotesque in a way, because look, again, death isn't pretty. I applaud you for it. And just, I love that shot. This is me rambling to say how much I love that shot, and frankly, how much I love this animatic. Holy shit, Ani Tigerfly. Again, your Scylla was good. Your Thunderbringer was sublime. Okay, and now we are on to Duvet Box. I don't think I've seen Duvet Box's designs for any gods. No, because I first encountered them with the Sirens. Ooh, this ought to be interesting. All right, Duvet Box, what you got for me? Oh yes, you have the Cloud Strife Buster Sword. That's right. Some serious cheekbones on these men. Oh? Does he have elf ears? He does have elf ears. Not the first, well, maybe one of the first ones. This interesting look of the black sclera and the yellow eyes. It's unnerving.
Pride is a damsel in distress,
very,
hiding away where only I can undress.
Yeah. A lot of people doing the clouds turning into women. Well, a lot of people. It's the second one I think I've seen do that. But the, ooh, I like that look. That look I like. Yeah, this is gonna be loud. Great hair. I wish she had more of a beard, but like great hair. Ooh, that's flashing lights. Nice movement of the camera. You've got to be kidding. Eurylochus breaking out his sword like he's gonna attack Zeus. Come on. A Duvet Box. Come on now. No way. I mean, a mortal who just would realize they're in front of Zeus and Zeus has their thunderbolt aimed at them, you're cooked. You're so cooked. But also never gonna happen. But regardless, camera movement is really nice. You know, moving the camera, just, you know, changing perspective. Very nice.
True nature will be revealed. Tell me, Odysseus, if I were to make you choose
Love that posture.
the lives of your men and crew or your own, why
Love he's swinging the thunderbolt around like, just saying. Huh? There it goes, disappears. Mm-hmm.
I wonder who'd take the weight of the damned and suffer
Pushing him. Mm-hmm.
some fate to the thunder.
Ooh! Oh, that I like a lot. Okay, using the thunderbolt like a whip. I love that. I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of. Red Rising. If anybody knows the series by Pierce Brown, which I highly recommend to literally everyone and anyone, the Red Rising series, they work with these weapons, and I'm blanking on what they're called, and I can't believe I am, because the main character, Darrow, his is kind of in the shape of a scythe, but they are essentially swords, but you can sort of like click a button basically, and they become whips. And so I love the idea that the thunderbolt, yes, is a thing that he throws, and it's a solid object, but he's using it also like a whip. It's lightning. I love that look. Ah, this is gonna bother me. I need to remember what these weapons are called. It's the second book, Golden Sun. His epigraph is actually from the Iliad, and I swear there's a duel in here that I'm just going to say is one of the greatest things ever. And I am looking for what in the heck these things are called, unless I can remember it beforehand. Ooh. Oh.
I can't believe I've forgotten what these things are called. I'm so annoyed.
Razors. That's what they're called. I can't believe I had to go and remember what it was called, a razor. Yes, so Pierce Brown has these weapons, these razors, which can essentially function like swords, but they can also then kind of become like whips, and it's really cool. It makes the duels super interesting to read, and so yeah, that's what this just reminded me of, and I was just like, ah, love that.
Your ears until you're deaf with fear, and spear you while your death is near. Lightning wielder here to yield your time. You have passed your prime, sublime you for your act of crime. Choose. Choose? Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew? Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a light? When does a man become a monster? Does a river become a tidal wave? When does a reason become a name? When does a man become a monster?
I like using the blur out to then just reveal Zeus. Very nice.
Captain?
I have to see her.
But we'll die.
No, because his expression was there. It was interesting. Ooh. The light in his eyes. Yeah, he's choosing Zeus. Are they gonna all rush Odysseus? Yeah. Doesn't matter. Ooh. Love that impact frame. Oh, love these. Love the action lines. Oh, wow. That's great. I loved those impact lines in the action. So good. So good. That might have been my favorite bit, just because I love that look. Everything going white with just the black lines, especially given how dark it had been beforehand. I mean, due to the sky, it's a storm, makes sense. Love that. Love that a lot. And now we have Ani Flama, who I don't think we have seen since Circe. Ani Flama did some really interesting things in Ruthlessness involving the imagery of the horse with Poseidon, so I bet there's probably going to be a bunch with the eagle for Zeus. I'm very curious. Warning for eye strain and flashing lights. Eye strain. A girl gets a lot of eye strain. Just stare at a screen all the time, but let's go. Ooh, I like the bit of... Yes, I love there's color for the lightning, but in the clouds. Very nice. Oh, color is so nice.
Pride is a damsel in distress.
Oh, hello, Zeus.
Hiding away
Oh.
where only I can undress.
We're leaning into a bowl?
Trial she cannot to confess.
Interesting.
In the end, it's all the same once I apply all the
Fascinating.
pressure. Thunder brings
Oh, love that.
the
Love that.
Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Lightning wielder.
Imagery, very wow. Wow.
What she can't conceal.
Wait a minute. Does he have party lights strung between his horns? I mean, I'm just sort of surprised we're doing imagery with a bull as opposed to something like an eagle, which that means sort of the obvious choice to go to. It's sort of one of the main animals associated with Zeus. Interesting. I am a little surprised by the bull imagery, but now I'm just like, are there party lights? Are there string lights between his? I can't. It's too funny. Outside of that, this bit of animation is beautiful. There's a lot of really interesting imagery. Even now, seeing him like just kind of the lone, almost naked man on the amphora, the vase, and him running, being caught, sort of smashing his own head in. Very interesting imagery.
True nature will be revealed. Tell me, Odysseus, if I were to make you
This is a hairy Zeus, by the way, and I'm not mad at it.
men and crew or your own, why do I think they lose? Enlighten me, king of Ithaca, since hunger was far too great. I wonder who'd take the weight of the damned and suffer a gruesome fate to the thunder bring.
Yeah, leaning into a bowl. How interesting.
Your ears until you're deaf with fear and spear you while your death is near.
Looking, staring down Eurylochus. That's why.
That's why.
I didn't even think that would be why, and that's an interesting connection to make. That's why we do the connection, so we can have this shot. Okay.
You have passed your prime, sublime you for your act of crime.
I love him talking to Eurylochus on that front, too.
Choose. Someone's got
Oh, and again, just having the color in the clouds when the lightning goes. Ooh, it's so nice.
you or your crew.
Cool.
Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
The lighting, the color, so nice. Ooh, high rim lighting. Ugh, that's good rim lighting. I'm a sucker for rim lighting, okay? Wow, Penelope! She is beautiful! And some of the detailing on giving her, like, the mid-piece there. Again, not period accurate. Don't care. Gorgeous. Oh. Yeah, no. But it was a cute cow. Ooh, again, this imagery is so good.
I have to see her. But we'll die.
Oh well.
I know.
Them's the breaks. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Are you telling me that image of Penelope that Ani Flama did was not in Odysseus' mind? It was Zeus taking the image of Penelope, so Zeus just smooched Odysseus. I need a moment for my brain to process that. Look, Zeus is a fuckboy who will smooch just about anything, but he does never in canon smooch Odysseus, and I don't think Odysseus really appeals to him. My brain is never going to properly process that revelation that I've just had, so we're going to move on. Oh, now we're back to the eagle imagery. Oh, so the bull imagery really was just strictly so you could do the connection with the cows. We're back to the... Okay, this makes more sense. Okay, whatever, moving on. My brain is mildly broken, it's fine. I love a lot of these shots where it's like, for him, time is moving slowly, the drops are moving slowly, he's moving slowly. The amount of frames in this shot with the frames. Oh. Wow. Oof. Okay, that's brutal. That last shot of Eurylochus, you know, we have Odysseus open his eyes, great extreme close-up, and it's just Eurylochus having smiled, almost like accepting his fate. And there is, as much as Eurylochus is a bit of a capital P problem in the Odyssey, as told by Odysseus, there is a sadness to his death. Because he really does seem to realize it's an absolute let's nix ourselves out move. And there's tragedy in that. Look, there's no denying it. There's a sadness in that. So I kind of love that last frame. And again, the frames. How many frames were you doing for that bit with the eagle getting ready to just like shoot the thunderbolt from its mouth? Like, it was so fluid. It was so beautiful. Oh my God. Sorry. I should allow these last few seconds to play out. Penelope is so gorgeous. Wait. And now she's got beads on her skirt, which are a lot like, I was calling them string lights, between the horns, and I guess they were probably meant to be beads. They look like those string lights you see people put in like their backyards and shit, right? Okay, I'm not crazy. Do we understand where my brain was going? I swear, I'm not totally insane. There's her with baby Telemachus, because remember, always Telemachus is an infant in Odysseus' head. It's not until he sees him again on Ithaca that it's like, holy shit, that's right, he is a 20-year-old man. And also Penelope is gorgeous. There's detailing again on this sort of bodice-like piece. Again, not accurate, don't care, it's pretty, and Penelope in general is just gorgeous, again, as she should be, and it's just everybody. Remember, Homer will let you know when people are hot. If somebody is good looking, he will tell you multiple times. He will remind you they are good looking. Penelope in canon, absolutely gorgeous. Ooh. Is he missing part of a finger? Oh my God, he got battered from that. Woof. Woof-a-doodle. Damn, Ani Flama. That was amazing. I liked that a lot. I love how that opened initially with a lot of that really beautiful imagery that's totally separate from what's happening in the scene. My brain is mildly broken at the fact that I guess Zeus took the form of Penelope and smooched Odysseus. Yeah, my brain is trying to process that. It's not doing a great job, but that last shot with Eurylochus was gorgeous. I love that bit in particular, just because it's like, it's such a nice arc to give to the Eurylochus character visually when that's something we don't really get in the words, right? Well done. Really well done.